And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the fifth and final lecture video for this week, kind of a demonstration. I just want to quickly review what I did in the last video. And that is I created a new column called fiscal year and then populated it in order to represent the start of a fiscal year, which would be August 1st, the end being the end of July. We found that we had about 5 years, let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 6 years missing, 5 years missing. Don't know why, but what we found is that if we just graphed on the scatter plot 2017 through 2021, we have some interesting numbers here, and this is what the outliers included. Some of the things that I entered in, I'm going to try to blow this up a little bit so you could populate this table. This table is found in the help document. Column H would be the one that includes the fiscal year, so here I use COUNTIF function equals COUNTIF, the range H2 to H388. I put dollar signs in front of the numbers so that when I clicked and dragged, it froze them. It didn't move with it, spatially. Here I use SUMIF equals SUMIF, and then the range that is the fiscal year. Select the fiscal year as the criteria, and then add up anything that matched from the column S. I froze both the column and rows for the fiscal year. I froze just the column so that it could go up and down as I dragged it. And then for left and right, I only froze the rows. So as I go left to right, it would go with it. And then I added it up. I checked my work. And then I plotted everything, which is going to take some trial and error, I'm sure. What I'm missing here, obviously, are solid titles, table numbers. That's something you're going to have to add. Go ahead and play around with this. Here I can add a chart title. I can add, ooh, that was kind of cool, wasn't it? Error bars, data labels, don't want that. Chart title, that's what I wanted. Put axes titles if you want, that would be good for you. Put a legend in here. But I kind of want that on the bottom. Is it going to let me do that? Can I put that on the bottom? Weird. Usually chart design allows you to put, let's see what happens when I do this. Okay, something's not working here. What's going on? Anyway, please play around with that. Time's a ticking. I don't know why it's not letting me do that. Is my computer thinking? No, it's not. It must just be Excel. So now what we're going to do is we're going to remove the outliers. So this is the trending, no outlier. I mean, I should spell it all out, but I'm trying to go quick here. So I'm going to copy and paste this. Copy this to this new tab. We go. I'm going to turn the first row into filter, so highlight the row. Go to data, click on filter. I'm going to filter from high to low the total paid. Just like we did when we were doing the figuring out the outliers, right? Do I still have them numbered? Oh, I don't. I'll have to do that real quick. Forget how many. Did it go up to 30? Am I correct in that? That general, there, and we'll get to 30. And I see that some of the open ones came up, so that coloring stayed. Whoops, there's 30. So I'll do with the outlier 30. All right, so I just want to go down below and just check on things here quick. Is this still kind of messed up? Is it going to let me change it? Not sure why it's not. It's really weird. I'm going to get rid of the legend for now. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the outliers. And everything should change except for the charts, because the charts were built on the data that from the previous tab. So I got to create new ones as a comparison. So I'm going to do the Control X to cut. Let's scroll down here. I'm going to set these down here. I got to go over to column A, otherwise it's going to be all messed up. Okay, there we go. So now the table should be different. See, that's down to 792. That's at 790. So I can still match them up to make sure that they're correct. Kind of zoom in for you. The average per claim has changed considerably. It's the number of claims that's going to say pretty close to what it was. It's just 30 less. It went from 387 to 357. But okay, again, over here, this is number of claims, and this is with outliers. And if I was to put a title on this, and I don't know why everything else is kind of weird. This is claims paid with outliers. Okay, that needs more information, obviously. So now I'm going to recreate these, and then I'm going to compare them. I'm going to put this over here. We kind of want to do like an above below, right? So I'm going to highlight this 17 to 21, go up to insert, click on scatter plot. Remember, I have to add the years. So I got to click on one of these dots, select data, edit it, give it X values. The X values are 17 through 21. The name is number of claims. Okay. I'm going to add a trend line. So again, left click. Instead of hitting select data like I just did, I'm going to hit add trend line. And then I'm going to get the R-square value and fast forward. Did I do 2 years before? I did. 2 years. Hit return. All right. So we'll talk about this in a second, but I think you're already kind of seeing it, aren't you? So the R value got better like I thought it would, and it's going up more. Just a little bit, but more. See, so 2023, we're expecting 69 claims. Here, 69 claims. Okay, so that didn't change at all, but it looks a little bit different. Number of claims, 30 outliers removed. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the other one. This is one that I am hoping, and not a religious man, but praying this gets better. Let's start with the total paid. So here we go, 17 to 2021. Insert. And I have not looked at these yet. Oh, daddy likey. Okay, let's see here. Edit. All right, the name is, oh, come on, get out of the way. Oh, I gotta get this out of the way so I can see my data. All right, so I'll put this up here so then we can compare it to this one. All right, now I got a little bit ahead of myself. Select data, edit. The name is total paid. The X values are 17 through 21. And I will add paid medical. Give it the X values and the Y values. I hope you're somewhat familiar with graphing. I mean, understand the basic principle that you have to enter a title, you have to enter the X for the coordinate and the Y for the coordinate. A lot less in indemnity there, right? You saw it, huh? And one more. Paid LAE. We're not going to be looking at these other things as much as we move forward. I just like to put them in this chart. Just, it's convenient. Okay, and this. Okay. All right, we got to add some trend lines now. Oh boy. It's not expected because things weren't going well with this, but kind of happy. Add a trend line. Add a trend line. And do I have to do the yellow one? Yeah. All right, let's get some R-square values in here. and then I'll close it and we'll move in. We'll take a look at it. Oh, that's already there. All right, let's close that. Well, 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 what do we have here? So if we look at that difference, look at that. So with the outliers in, the really expensive claims, there's 30 of them. It looked like everything was going really well. I mean, the report would have been, yeah, your company's doing good. You're eliminating things. If we take out the outliers, look at this. It's a different picture. Not to say we are going to completely forget about, okay, we should compare some of these. So it went from 0.76 to 0.72. It went down a little bit, but it's going in a different direction. So yeah, got a 0.8, still have a 0.7. Okay, so the gray is not good. That's a 0.46. Oh, maybe it's better than it was before. 0.03 is really bad. I think that's the yellow. But we're not going to be looking at those. We're really concerned with the blue. So I have to add a title to this. What did we learn? Oh, look at the pay. Look at the average that goes down when you take out just 30 of them. And honestly, I could take the annual trending, do that again, and remove 18 and see what it looked like to see if it's any different. We're only at 11 minutes. That's all that took. Dang. Okay, what I want to do really quickly though is tell you what I want you to do for this week's assignment. So I'm going to go to my outliers 30, and I would like you to copy and add some a title and some other information to this chart or this figure. Call it a figure. I mean, what it is just it's a block. What do they call it? Let me see. Insert. It is a column chart or column figure by claim amount paid, high to low. And we were looking for a natural break because things that are far apart would obviously self-identify as an outlier based on some of the criteria that we covered in the first one. So provide this and then create a summary of what we learned from the outliers. It's interesting that there are so many, pretty much all of the policy class codes are the same. It's that 6504. Here it is. It's over here. So we will probably have to use accident department for location. It's really weird, but that may be the best way to go. It may narrow things down for us. So you could take a look at the number of open claims over here as compared to what's up here. Look at it from either a percentage or a ratio. How much this counts. Read through and maybe provide some insight into these causes. Are they unique? Are they disastrous, or are they common? Things that we'll probably we would have dealt with anyway, but if not for how severe it turned out. For the annual trending, I do want you to provide a side by side of the table. The with and without. Make sure it's properly labeled and it looks good, like you did in the first one. And then provide the side-by-side comparison of the number of claims and the claims paid with and without outliers. That's really impressive, don't you think? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm as surprised as you are. So we're at 1350. I'm going to go ahead and do it with the 18, just because that's the type of person I am. And I'm really happy that something worked, finally. After so many things going wrong with those years missing and everything else. So, got the new data here, or the new tab. I'm going to turn the header row into a filter, total paid, high to low. I'm going to number it off 1 to 18, because those are going to be my outliers for this one. I don't know why it's set up like that. Just give it a general, center it, and drag it down to 18. It's right there. And we're going to remove these. Cut, scroll down, and I got to go over to column A. I think at 450 is where I put the other one. Paste. All right, let's take a look and see what we get. I was wondering why everything was so small. It's because I have to zoom in. All right, oh, come on. And I need to get rid of this thing. So let's get rid of legend. There we go. I didn't trend these out because they were going into the ground, just so you know. All right, let's see what happens with this. So we've got 12 additional expensive claims. I don't think this is going to change much, to be honest with you. It didn't change when we took out 30, so why would it now? Yeah, it looks pretty much the same. So I want to get to this other one. I want to see how much 12 claims affects this. So 17 through 2021, insert scatter plot. Get it out of the way so I can see the data. Right click to open the window, select data. We're going to edit the series. First we're going to give it its name, and then we're going to give it the X values, like that. Okay. I'm going to add medical paid. I'm going to add the X values. I'm going to add the Y values. I'm just going to leave those two in because I don't want to go too much longer. Let's see what... Whoa. That doesn't look good, does it? It looks like in 2019, very low R, 2019, there were some expensive claims. So in the outliers, also look and see what fiscal year those things, those items, when those outliers occurred. That's really interesting, isn't it? It's going up, but this 2019 is worrisome, right? I mean, if we were to go here, and if we look at the fiscal years, are there a bunch of 2019s at the bottom of it? 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, depending. Yeah. There's only one there, and there's a bunch at the beginning. I got lucky choosing the 30, I guess, right? Because I'd rather work with no annual trending, no outliers. What am I doing here? What am I doing? I'd rather work. You see, this is really, isn't that nice? You know, I was talking about smooth before. Yeah, sure, the dots aren't perfectly on the lines, but it looks a lot better than this weird thing. And that's why we remove outliers. And if we don't remove any, we get this. So we're at the 18-minute mark. I hope this helped. This week is a lot of the data analysis, and I hope that the insight and some of the other things I showed you help guide you. We have the office hours. You can come meet with me, and I can help you through it a little bit more. But I need you to do some thought on your own, some searching for some answers here on your own. We determined that all things considered, it appears that the safety program's working, but when you remove 30 outliers, you remove 18 outliers, it looks like the amount being paid per year is going up. So the next step, need to figure out where to focus our attention. Which accident locations, which jobs do we need to be prioritizing and approaching to study and engage the workers and understand it from their perspective, and then get management to invest into something more sophisticated than training, something that's going to actually functionally change the work to reduce exposures. Because if we reduce exposures, we're going to reduce injuries. If we reduce injuries, we're going to reduce claims, and then we're going to reduce claim costs. So I'm going to end it right there. Thanks for putting up with me over these videos. This was a tumultuous, is that the word? Tumultuous endeavor. I'm glad we got through it. I'm glad we got the results we did. I'm feeling better now, everybody. So again, come to the office hours or reach out to me if you have any questions.